All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're here today on another episode of the Mobile Mailbox Money Vlog. Here, day one of the Alternative Asset Summit, brought to you by Directed IRA. Here today with Mike Del Prete, owner of Arizona Real Estate Investors Association. Mike, being here at the event, you know, I think a lot of investors are looking into different pivot options out in the market. You know, what's your opinion of alternative investments you're seeing here at the event? What are kind of some of the stuff you see as being owner of AZREIA, and how would you approach that conversation?
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for having me back. I always love being on the show, man. So at AZREIA in Arizona, for like single family operators, small multifamily, we actually just did the panel last week on co-living, right? So, let's even say change the use of the property, right? Whether that's PadSplit, residential assisted living, group homes, house hacking, you name it. So I think if the numbers aren't penciling out, you might have to adapt and kind of see how you can increase your cash flow on those properties.
Yeah, you know, it's important to pivot at the end of the day, and getting that education needed in order to do so is of utmost importance. And you can find that at AZREIA,
Yes.
how to implement those factors, maybe meet some of the operators like Ellis Tran from PadSplit, the operator here in the Arizona market. Mike's deeply in touch with Arizona real estate, actually joining some of the legislature. So, you know, maybe you could just approach that conversation and how you are developing relationships with actually city officials.
Yeah, one thing I noticed being at executive director at AZREIA, we got to work with the commissioner at the Arizona Department of Real Estate. And a lot of things that I would hear is like complaining about subject to, deed fraud, wholesaling. So everyone's always complaining about investors when a lot of times it's just the criminal using our strategy, right? So, but when we speak our voice at AZREIA to the politicians, it falls on deaf ears. You really got to get out there and fight. And there's really no one standing up for our rights as real estate investors. So that's what we take pride in doing that. So that led me into just seeing my own neighborhood in our own city, just starting to change a lot here in Phoenix. So going for, I'm a candidate for Phoenix City Council in District 6 in Phoenix. So I want to protect the quality of life, not only for my neighbors and for our community, man. So I'm jumping in, and I feel as I get myself in that door, I'm going to also be able to represent real estate investors even better.
You know, it's important to be connected at the end of the day, you know, and that's what's great about coming to these events like the Alternative Asset Summit, heading to the Phoenix Real Estate Meetup at Arizona Real Estate Investors Association. Why? Because you get insider info of what's actually going on, opposed to learning about it from CNN or ABC when those things are swayed at any given time. And also, not only that, but people do business with the individuals they know, like, and trust. And if they're connected and they're likable, trustable, and all the above, you know, qualified operator, you know, what more could you ask for at the end of the day? And that's where the rubber meets the road of possibly where someone might feel they're trying to hit that next level. This is what it's about at the end of the day. What's your opinion of that?
No, yeah, it's the people, especially when you come to these local meetings or when you're at AZREIA. You're meeting people in the trenches doing the work. So you're actually spotting trends before they even happen. You're seeing the market changes before it hits, like you said, the news, or even our market updates. Like, you know, we have Tina Tambor and Dan Noma. They're in the business. They could bring this to you right away, man.
So boom, dropping gems here at the Alternative Asset Summit, brought to you by Directed IRA. Today sponsored by Silvercrest Opportunity Fund. Invest accredited and earn a 10% net return for 1 year term, 12% net for 3, or 14% net for 5 in our accredited Reg D offering. Silvercrest Opportunity Fund. Mike, appreciate having you